Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Clark, you've been in this game a long time, and you know some teams don't hit their stride until deep into the season.
That's exactly right. I mean, and it really just depends. I don't know how many times we've said a team looks awful in the first month of the season, then they come back and make a push into the playoffs. So it's a journey. It's an evolving journey as to how teams develop.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. We've got Peters, and it's Holmes in at the 4 slot. King outside. Barnes outside. From outside, off the mark. And here are the Pacers now. It's a 3-point game. Here's Stokes. His last outing, 16 points for him. That one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Pass to Barnes. Back to King. Here's Marks. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. Here's King. Tries again. To the middle. Tipped away. Here's Ryan, covered by Barnes. Here's Furphy. Up top, King. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here's Ryan, covered by Barnes. Holmes passes to Peters. Here's Stokes. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game.
He felt the defense on that attempt. Great rim protection.
Pass to Keith. The 3 from Barnes. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Ryan. Six on the shot clock. Here's Stokes. Shoots over King. Stokes can't get it to go.
Yeah, but the hand in the face. It's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
King outside. Pass to Gomez. The kick out to Barnes. Drills it from outside.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Here's Ryan, covered by Barnes. Ryan, the pass to Stokes, and stolen by Barnes. Over to the left wing. Pass to Gomez. Here's Marks. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Well, they count on big-time production from him at the offensive end.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And now in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You look at the Celtics. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
I think for New Orleans, they're happy with their ranking. Also, they understand what needs to be done to climb. Plenty of time with half the season remaining. Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
Pass to King. Now here's Barnes. Here's Ryan. Still scoreless. Peters with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now King. Barnes looking around. Pass to Gomez. Here's Stokes. Holmes trying to free himself up. And it turns out it's going to be a foul. He was hoping for a clean block, but the officials felt otherwise. So we'll see some free throws here. The Pacers shooting their first free throws of this. And he makes the first. And both free throws good from Stokes. And so here is New Orleans. They trail by 6. This game against Indiana, the first time they've met this year.
And this is a matchup that can frustrate them as they came up empty in their 2 games against them last year.
Guys, you wouldn't expect this year's series to go that way, but after last year, you never know.
Just 4 to shoot. A 3 from Barnes, kept alive. Gomez's shot is good.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Pass to Furphy. Here's Ryan. Good on the triple.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Inside, it's picked off, and the shot goes in.
Hey, you'll take as many high percentage looks as you can get.
Pacers leading by 5. Pass to Stokes. Clock at 6. Indiana needs to get a shot off. There's the 3. King with the block.
Not his best work at all. This is a quarter he'd rather forget.
Here is Keefe. Knocked away. King with the steal. And he drives in. That one's in. His first shot this game.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
For Indiana, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Pass to Holmes. Indiana moving the ball around. King with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Keefe. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere. Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
We've got Henderson, Alperen Şengün out there with King, and it's Ramsey in at the 2. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Pass to Craig. Good on the 3-point shot. Craig's got his second bucket of the night.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
Here's Ryan. Beyond the arc. Furphy, no good.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
King outside. Pass to Craig. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Holmes. Craig can't get it to go.
Working from medium range, he was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
And the basket by Stokes.
Really warming up. He's scoring it with consistency this quarter.
Pelicans leading by 6. King outside. And here is Craig. Pass to Ramsey. Shot clock at 6. 3-pointer. Stokes with the rebound. Pacers trail by 6. Here's Peters. And it goes down 2 points. Peters has got 6 points.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
King outside. Pass to Ramsey. Here's Craig. Got a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Indiana's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Here's Stokes. 10 points for him. Drops in the layup for 2. Now just a 2-point Pelican lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense. It's been a good night for him overall and a good night for this team.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's ready to talk things through with them. GA, you hear about 3-level scores. But is it just 3 levels?
Great point. Kevin, you've got guys with that deep range, and there's a difference between the mid-range game, those floaters, the little 12-footers, and those deep twos as well. So maybe 5-level score is complete. Think of like a 5-2 player in baseball.
5 on the clock. Here's Stokes. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Stokes has got 8 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Furphy. King with the block.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Their defense has been so aggressive right out of the gate, wasting no time shutting shooters down here with authority.
Another big component of their game early on has been their execution on the fast break. They're getting a bunch of easy baskets, pushing it in transition.
Here's Stokes. Drills the three-pointer. Stokes has got 17.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. Yeah, he just couldn't get out of his own way there. I like the aggressiveness, but that's his second foul.
Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Furphy. Here's Stokes. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. New Orleans in the lead. King outside. Screen by Şengün. Ramsey misses the 3.
You know, his touch just has not been there tonight. You wonder how big their lead would be if he was hot.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. The Pelicans shooting in the second quarter right around 48%. To the left wing. Stolen away. To the paint. Here's Holmes. Henderson pulls it in. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Here's Ramsey. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Şengün with the bucket. 13 points in the game. Looking at the last game for the New Orleans Pelicans, it was a win against the Suns. Here's Stokes. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review.
The previous play is under review.
Maybe we don't need to replay in a situation like this. Still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA replay center.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Quicker turnarounds, I think.
Şengün, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for New Orleans. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Back to the action in just a minute.
47.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
You can't go wrong with any of these guys. Each one brings something different to his team. They're all valuable.
But you know how it is, Kenny. People want to see one winner. That's sports. Getting back to the New Orleans Pelicans, what a tight first half.
The effort from them in terms of rebounding has been terrific. That really helps in a tight game.
When you clean the glass, you can see through the finish line.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Pelicans leading by 4. Tipping off the second half. Here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. We've got Peters. And it's Furphy in at the 2. Marks, no good.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Here's Stokes. Takes it inside.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Out to the right wing. Here's King. And the layup is good. King's got his second bucket.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
To the right side. Peters. A three-pointer, no good. New Orleans leading by 4. King, the pass to Marks. Here's Gomez. Pass to Marks. Now here's King. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots from 12. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. Now a look at the stats for him.
He hasn't been as sharp in the past 10 games as we're used to. It shows in his passing. The assist numbers down. Even the simple passes look tough for him right now. Maybe tonight he can get back on his game.
And you can tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound.
Stokes kicks to Holmes. Pass to Furphy. Indiana moving the ball around. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Hey, guys. Scotty Barnes letting everyone know. He said, I'm a great defender. I feel like it doesn't really get talked about enough. I guard whoever, 1 through 5. That's what I pride myself on and what I'm ready to do every time I step on the floor. Kevin, back to you.
A tone setter for sure at that end. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. The fadeaway, and once again off the mark by Indiana.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Pass to Marks. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Holmes.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Gomez. The three from Barnes gets the three-pointer to fall. Barnes has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Pass to Ryan. Down low, shot to stop the run.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Gomez, and that one is good. Gomez has got 6.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Peters passes to Stokes. Shoots over King, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. And it's the Pelicans' ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. To the wing right side. Pass to Stokes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't set.
Pacers trail by 9. We've got Henderson, and it's Ramsey in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Harrington, that's good.
And that's got to happen if they want to have a chance to turn this thing around. I mean, he needs to just take the game over. I mean, it seems like he's been hesitant to pull the trigger.
Here's Ramsey. Henderson outside. There's a screen. Clock at 6. A 3-ball. Ryan with the rebound.
Even though he hasn't found his groove tonight, his teammates are picking him up.
Takes it off the glass.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Pass to Ramsey. Here's King. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 7.
Gotta love that effort for the second chance point.
Here's Ryan. The fader. It's rebounded by New Orleans. King's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Henderson. New Orleans moving the ball around. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. 4 on the clock. Fires from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Harrington with the ball. Pass to Ryan. The 3. And it's King with the rebound. King's got 7 rebounds in the game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with 2 saves.
Pacers trail by 7. Here's Ryan. That one goes. Count it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Here's Ramsey. Pass to King. Here's Blackman for the three. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. It's rebounded by New Orleans. King's got 8 rebounds in this game. To the inside. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
To the middle, here's Gomez, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 9-point Pelican lead.
And you're going to take as many of those high percentage shots as you can get.
Over in the corner, Ellis gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And there aren't many players more reliable from three-point range than he is, especially when the D's playing off him like that.
Pass to Henderson from downtown. Offensive rebound. Gomez. Good. And the Pelicans lead by 8.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You've got to work harder on the glass.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hey, team, I was able to catch the message that J.B. Bickerstaff was giving to his team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
Okay, Allie, thank you. Here's Stokes. Shoots over King. King with the block. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Pass to Henderson for 3. It's good from long range. Henderson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
5 to shoot. Here's Stokes. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Orleans.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And another thing they've been doing all game long is knocking down the three. Shooting has been a big part of their game plan tonight.
Pacers trail by 8. Pass to Peters. Here's Stokes. And it's King with the rebound. New Orleans has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
I like to call that stick-to-itiveness, getting everything he possibly could out of that play.
First team foul at the line.
That's good from Keefe.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Pass to Ryan. Hits the three-point bomb.
After 1-3 in the first half, there's his second right there.
King outside. Here's Ramsey. Three-pointer. Buries it from three-point range. And the Pelicans lead by 11.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Ryan. Holmes with a screen on Henderson. Puts up a deep 3. Ramsey with the rebound.
And that
was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
King outside. Pass to Henderson from the arc. The Pacers pull it in.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
Here's Stokes. Floats one, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It's going to be on Alperen Sengun.
Second team foul. Shooting for Indiana. Stokes.
The free throw drops for Stokes.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Pass to Ryan. Here's Peters. Here's Ryan. Henderson defending. Here's Ryan. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Ryan's got 9 points now in the quarter. Now here's King. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Saturday, they'll head home to take on the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Monday, they'll host the New York Knicks.
And for the matchup with the Celtics, it's a chance for them to come out and knock off the top dog in the league. A win there can be a big step forward for this team.
Looking who's out there now for the Pelicans. Barnes, he's checked in for Sengun. And it's Marks in for Henderson. King, right side. Here's Marks, guarded by Holmes. Ramsey. Pacers with the rebound. Ryan's got his fourth rebound in this one.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
There's a good screen. Shoots the three. That's off.
Well, that's another good rebound for him. Hasn't mattered at all that he's given up some inches to a few of the other guys on the floor. Hey, I have no idea why he's still shooting threes. He's got to find another way to be productive.
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost them.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
King outside from deep. And it's off.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Here's Stokes. Fires the three. That one is off.
Not a good shot at all, but that's what happens when you get desperate.
Barnes, big time jam. He was ready to receive and deliver.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
Here's Stokes. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And Barnes sends it back.
Oh, tremendous defense there from Barnes. That 7'2" wingspan coming in handy.
King outside. The three goes down.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Pelicans.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one and then do it again, and that strategy did work.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season. And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance. But, in particular, a real good game it was for Slim.
Boy, you can't say enough about his effort on the boards. He helped them in the battle of possessions all game long.
Here's Stokes. From outside. Can't get it to go. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. King outside. And he misses the J. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Slim.
I got free. Calling my phone. Baby mama man, get up. I need a fat